Have you ever scrolled social media, maybe late at night, and found yourself completely captivated by a video that felt kind of impossible? Like a talking Yeti sharing forest life tips, or maybe a historical figure vlogging about, I don't know, modern problems. It feels like a secret club, right?
Yeah, a secret club. Good way to put it. But what if I told you the doors are swinging wide open now? These aren't just random internet weirdness anymore. Often they're part of a really consistent series building a real audience.
Exactly. That's fascinating. And today we're taking a deep dive into an actual blueprint. It comes from the source material, How to Make Viral Videos with AI, an automated system guide. We're going to unpack how you, listening right now, can build your very own system, something that takes an idea just bubbling in your brain and turns it into a ready-to-share video, mostly on autopilot. It's kind of a game changer.
Yeah, we'll walk you through setting up your, let's call it creative mission control, then building an automated assembly line with these AI specialists. And then, crucially, how to get your stuff out there, distribute it, and even make some money from it. It's really a journey from concept to potential viral hit.
Okay, let's dig into this vision then, because it does sound a little bit like science fiction, doesn't it? We're talking about AI-made videos, racking up millions of views, but the source makes a strong case, a really compelling case, that this is reality right now.
It absolutely does. And it's not just abstract ideas. Imagine Bigfoot, right? Sitting in his habitat, maybe vlogging about his favorite berries or hiking trends. All AI created, but still surprisingly engaging. Or think about Noah, from the Bible, doing a daily Ark vlog, maybe complaining about no Wi-Fi or too many camels. The humor comes from that mix, you see. Old stories, unexpected characters mixed with modern, relatable problems. That friction, that contrast, that creates the spark, the humor. The storytelling AI can actually deliver now.
So what does this mean for the process? It sounds like a full-on automated video factory. You plant a seed, like a simple idea, maybe a squirrel tries stand-up comedy.
Exactly. From that little seed, the AI weaves a whole story, usually around 8 short scenes. Each one comes with dialogue, actions, the works. You even get a sneak peek first, preview images for every scene, kind of like quick sketches, just to see if it's on the right track. Once you say, okay, looks good, the system uses these advanced AI tools to automatically make the short video clips. And then, boom, a few clicks, and it publishes them. TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want.
Wow. So this whole process, it sounds futuristic, but you're saying it uses tools available right now.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so for someone listening wanting to build this, what's the very first practical step? Where do you start?
It all starts with getting your ideas organized. You really need a central place, a flexible online hub for everything, right? Every big project needs that mission control, doesn't it? A central brain. And for this system, the source points to a flexible online spreadsheet tool, something like Airtable.
Okay, Airtable. So think of it like your digital command center, your brain for all the video ideas floating around. Inside this base, you'd set up key areas, like an idea bank for just jotting down concepts, a production line to track the steps, like script done, previews ready, and then a launch pad for the finished videos, all queued up and ready to share.
And the most important feature, honestly, sounds super simple. It's just a button, maybe it says run or go. When you pick an idea and hit that button, it's not just sitting there. It sends a signal, tells the next part of the system, hey, time to get to work. It keeps everything super organized and makes starting a new video just incredibly easy.
Okay, that makes sense. So you have this organized base. But how do all these different pieces, these different online tools, actually talk to each other automatically?
That's the magic glue. An automation platform like make.com is the key connector there. It acts like the system's foreman, you could say.
Gotcha, the foreman. So here's where the real behind-the-scenes stuff happens then. Make.com is like the orchestrator on your factory floor. It visually connects these different online tools, manages how the information flows from one step to the next.
Yep, and the workflow usually kicks off with something called a webhook. You can think of a webhook as like a special web address just waiting for a signal. So when you click that run button back in Airtable, it pings this webhook, sends the signal, and that starts the whole process rolling.
Okay, so Airtable pings Make. Make then gets the storyteller involved. It sends your idea over to a powerful AI text model, like ChatGPT. And this AI becomes your scriptwriter, basically, crafting the dialogue, the scene actions for your video.
Yes, exactly. The AI scriptwriter sends back the whole story, usually structured nicely in JSON. That's just a standard data format, makes it easy for computers to read. Make.com then uses something called an iterator tool. That just means it breaks the story down, processes it scene by scene, one by one. Then for each scene, it asks for that sneak peek image. It sends a description to an AI image generator, maybe Replicate, using a model like Flux 1.1 Pro. And the wild part, this visual preview costs like 4 cents per image. Super cheap.
And the reason for those cheap previews is really important, isn't it? Because a single 8-second video clip from the final stage, that can cost you $3 to $6. So if you just rendered all 8 scenes without checking first, you could easily waste, what, almost $50 if the character looks wrong or the scene's off. That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. And honestly, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. The AI just doesn't quite nail the look you wanted on the first try. So yeah, these cheap previews are absolutely essential. Saves you throwing money down the drain on unusable clips. After it gets those preview images, Make.com uses a sleep tool. That just means it waits a bit, gives things time to process, before updating your Airtable base with the finished video link.
Okay, that makes sense for the previews. But then what about generating the actual final video clips? That's where the main cost comes in, right?
Yes, exactly. That's where Google VO3 comes into play.
Yeah.
It's like the star director for the final videos. It's powerful, but yeah, the pricing works a bit differently. You'd roll sponsor read. Okay, so storyboards are approved, your vision is clear. Now it's time for the director, Google VO3. This is where the main cost is going to be, but it's what produces those final high-quality video clips that really bring your characters to life.
Right, and you basically have 2 main ways to access it, according to the source. There's a pay-per-use option using a platform called Replicate that costs around $6 for an 8-second video. Or you can get a subscription through Google AI Studio. That's about $250 a month. But that subscription includes enough credits for roughly 83 videos, which brings the cost way down to just $3 per video.
Yeah, so if you're planning on making more than, say, 41 videos a month, that subscription quickly becomes much, much cheaper, way more economical. And there's a second Make.com automation that gets triggered here, right when you approve those storyboards. This workflow takes your visual prompts and sends them straight to the VO3 API. And the real secret sauce here, the source says, is using a specific keyword in your prompt. Handheld selfie style.
Handheld selfie style. Interesting.
Why that? It's not just about the look. It tells the AI to create that authentic kind of personal feel, not like a sterile, perfect animation. It makes the videos feel more human, more relatable.
Okay. Let's walk through that second automation quickly then, because it seems pretty core. So idea in Airtable, you hit run, a webhook module in Make gets triggered, then an HTTP module sends the prompt to the VO3 API on Replicate, making sure to include your API key, your token.
Right. Then a sleep module kicks in. This part's important for getting high-quality video back. It waits 230 seconds, so nearly 4 minutes, just to make sure the video is fully rendered and ready. Then a second HTTP module goes and fetches the finished video link. And finally, an Airtable Update a Record module puts that link right back into your Airtable base on the correct row for that video, all automated.
Whoa. Just pause and think about that for a sec. Imagine scaling this system. You could be churning out hundreds of unique, engaging videos every month for just a few dollars each. That's just incredible content potential for basically anyone with a story they want to tell.
It really is mind-boggling when you frame it like that. Okay, so the videos are made, they look good. How do they actually get out there? How do they reach the audience? Yep, that's the next piece. A third automated workflow handles the publishing, pushes it out to all your social media platforms at once.
Okay, so you've got these nice, high-quality video clips sitting there in your Airtable base. The final step, the exciting bit, is sharing them. And this third, Make.com automation, helps you publish that content across major platforms, all with just one click.
Right. It starts, again, with a webhook. This one's triggered by maybe a Publish Now button in a specific publish sheet or view in your Airtable. This sends the video's location, like its Google Drive URL, and its title, over to Make.com.
And the core of this workflow is integrating with a social media scheduler tool. You know, one of those tools that connects to your TikTok, your Instagram, YouTube Shorts, all of that. It lets you post to all of them through what's called an API call, basically telling the scheduler what to post and where.
It's exactly. But before you publish, you need good captions, right? One's tailored for each platform. So you use an AI publicist, another ChatGPT module probably. This AI generates platform-specific captions. The source gives a pretty good example prompt, something like, write a caption for a short video titled, based on the transcript below. Keep it under 60 characters. Like, Duolingo replaces humans with AI, users aren't happy. Something short and punchy.
Okay, so the AI gives you maybe a few caption options. Then you have separate modules in the Make for each platform, like Instagram create a post or a TikTok upload a video. And you map the right video URL and the specific tailored caption to each one. So when you trigger it, boom, Your video posts everywhere you want simultaneously, optimized for each platform.
This whole system, I mean, it sounds incredibly powerful, really sophisticated, but how do you actually turn it into, well, income? How does it become a real business? Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the source outlines a really smart phased business model. It's clever because it focuses on building the audience first, and then, quite meta, really, it focuses on selling the how-to, the blueprint you just used to build the audience.
Interesting. Okay. Tell me more.
So a factory spitting out viral videos is an amazing asset, right? But it needs to pay the bills. The source highlights this brilliant kind of meta-monetization strategy. It's not just hoping for YouTube ad pennies or something. It's a direct, proven path to profit, building directly on the thing you've created.
Okay, phase 1, audience building. This is like the first 1 to 3 months. The goal here is simple. Get a large, engaged audience. That means consistent publishing, ideally daily videos using your AI system, and crucially, focusing on one character or niche. Can't jump around between Bigfoot one day, then Jesus, then Marcus Aurelius the next. Got to stick with one theme.
Super important, that focus. And also, you need to engage in character in the comments. Don't just reply as yourself. Be the character. It deepens that connection. Plus, you're tracking analytics like crazy. Which scenes get shared? What lines get comments? You feed all that data back into refining the prompts for your AI scriptwriter. It's a feedback loop.
Okay, so build the audience, engage, refine. Then phase 2, monetization setup. This is around month 4, maybe, once you have some social proof, like 10 or 20,000 followers.
Exactly. That's the trigger point. You've shown it works. Now you choose a low-cost platform, something like Gumroad or beacons.AI, to sell a simple digital product. And that product is your how-to guide. Your blueprint.
Ah, okay. Selling the system itself.
Precisely. And this blueprint needs to be really comprehensive. Include the exact AI prompts you used, the exported JSON files for the make.com scenario so people can import them, the Airtable template, and a clear video walkthrough showing exactly how to set it all up. The source suggests pricing it in the sweet spot of maybe $30 to $50.
And the profit margins must be pretty high since your content generation costs are low once the system's built.
Very high. You're selling the knowledge, the process.
Okay, then phase 3, launch and scaling. This is month 5 onwards.
Yep. Now you start promoting it. Change your social media bios to point straight to your course page. Add a simple, natural call to action at the end of your videos. Hey, want to learn how I make these videos? Check the link in my bio. Nothing too salesy.
Makes sense. Organic promotion build right in.
And you can add an upsell too. Maybe an extra $15 for the exact prompts you used for your absolute most viral videos. People love that insider stuff. Once you have that established audience and income stream, you can diversify more. Affiliate marketing for the tools you recommend. Eventually, maybe even sponsorships.
That's a really well thought out funnel. Build, prove, teach, scale. Okay, but let's be real. What are the actual costs and challenges for someone just starting this? It can't be that easy.
No, you're right. It's important to have a realistic view. This isn't some magic button for instant fame and fortune. It definitely requires effort, learning the tools, and, yeah, a realistic budget.
Okay, so what's in the toolkit? What do you absolutely need?
You need make.com. They have a free plan to start, or the pro plan is around $9 a month. OpenAI for the ChatGPT API access, you'll probably buy like $5 to $20 in credits to start. Replicate for the image and video credits. Airtable, again, free for basic use is fine. Access to Google VO3, either through Replicate Pay-as-you-go or that Google AI Studio subscription. And, of course, your social media accounts and probably a social media scheduler tool to make that last step easier.
Right. And the budget, you mentioned maybe $30, $50 a month to start just for testing.
Yeah, something like that seems reasonable for dipping your toes in. But if you're aiming for that full-scale daily production schedule, it could run you more like maybe $100 to $500 a month. The Replicate and VO3 credits for video generation, that's going to be your biggest variable cost for sure.
Got it. And the source mentions some common traps people fall into.
Yeah, 3 big ones to watch out for. First is the spray and pray trap, just making random videos, hoping something sticks.
Yeah.
The antidote, like we said, commit to one character, one niche, focus.
Okay, trap 1, lack of focus. What's 2?
Trap 2 is the set it and forget it mindset, thinking the automation does literally everything and you could just walk away. The antidote is you have to review your analytics, weekly at least. Use that feedback to tweak your strategy. Stay involved.
Right, automation is an adaptation. And the third trap?
The perfect first try trap. Getting discouraged when your first few videos don't blow up immediately. The antidote here is just consistency. Keep
Yeah.
learning, keep refining, post one good video every day. Success builds over time. It's rarely instant.
That's good advice for almost any creative endeavor, really.
Well,
Consistency beats chasing perfection. The source provides a launch plan, too, like a week-by-week guide.
it does, yeah. A simple 4-week plan. Week 1, foundation, set up your tools, test the basic workflows, pick your character. Week 2, content batching. Brainstorm 15-20 ideas, get the scripts, approve the storyboards, but don't generate the expensive videos yet, just the cheap previews. Week 3, first videos and publishing test. Actually make maybe 3 to 5 full videos, test the whole automation from end to end, including publishing. Iron out kinks. Week 4, launch and consistency. Start posting daily, monitor engagement closely, feed those learnings right back into your idea generation and prompts.
That breaks it down nicely, makes it feel more manageable.
Exactly. And people who are actually finding success with this stuff, they're not necessarily coding geniuses or AI PhDs. They're just people who decided to learn the process, mess around with the tools, and put the pieces together. Tinkers.
So what's the ultimate takeaway then for anyone listening who's maybe intrigued by all this?
I think it's really a new kind of creative journey, especially for tinkerers, for people who like figuring things out. It offers these powerful new ways to express your ideas and potentially build a real audience in a way that wasn't possible before.
So if we try and connect this all back to the bigger picture,
Mhm.
this deep dive, it's really shown us the immense potential here. Combining these accessible AI tools, these automation platforms like Airtable and Make.com, you can create a full-fledged automated content factory, specifically geared towards making potentially viral short-form videos.
Yeah, it's about using AI as this tireless creative partner, not just for making the stuff, but for distributing it smartly, and even to building a scalable business around teaching others how you did it. The key isn't just the cool tech, though. It's a consistent strategy, finding that focused niche, and having the patience to iterate and improve.
Which really raises an important question for you listening right now. What kind of unique, consistent character or story could you bring to life using this kind of technology? The roadmap, as we've discussed, is pretty much there.
And the technology is just getting easier to use, more accessible every single day. This really is a chance to jump in and be one of the early explorers in this new wave of content creation. It's exciting.
Well, we hope this deep dive has given you some maybe surprising insights today and really sparked your curiosity about what's possible with AI in content creation.
Yeah, thanks for diving deep with us today.